Can you hear me? I think they can hear me. But anyway, so remember the Morrisons and the shops here? Well, there's a whole lot where that came from, but we'll get to that later. So we're gonna show you the train station. I remember I showed you it in the last video. Well, I need to show you the entirety of it. So here's the front of it, just next to the Nike store. Here's the sign. If you don't know, Scottish train stations usually say like the station. Then it would say ScotRail, then it would say Caledonian Sleeper, which is sort of like a sleeper train. And here's the seats over here. Here's the Scottish train station logo up there. The outside isn't really that good. Come inside, here's the tickets area. Tickets. Yeah, and it's got a safe in there, a couple of bookshelves, a computer, paintings, sort of like an office. Waiting area here. Here's a map of the city. Yeah, here's a map of the city. Looks quite cool. Here's the waiting room. And whilst you're in the waiting room, you can just look at the map of the city. Here's some paintings. Here's W.H. Smith. You come inside of here, it's got the frozen foods, sandwiches, maybe a Scotch eggs. Here's just a couple of bookshelves with magazines and stuff. Here's the till. Here's the station cafe. Come inside of here, it's got seats and stuff here, more seats. Got a computer here, coffee machine, 2 pots for some reason. Here's just where they keep the cakes, and you get a view of the outside. Here, I got this idea from Downsy Minecraft Universe, so yeah. Here's just the seating area, so you sit down. Here's the bridge. Here it says platform 1. I was gonna put a ScotRail train, but I'm too lazy, so yeah. Here's when the train tracks leave, and you go down in here and go on the tracks if there was like something happened on the train or something. Here's some yeah, here's just the bit where you cross over. Here, whilst you're on the train, you see Morrisons. Anyway, also in this area, you've got like, here's just a giant block of flats. It's not really that big, but yeah, it's a big multi. As we say in Dundee, multi. If you don't know Dundee is, it's a giant city in Scotland. It's the 4th largest city in Scotland. Yeah, in Dundee we would call like giant flats like this multis, because multi-story, and also because when Scottish people are pronouncing words, we tend to be really lazy. Like here's the bit, and you come inside. Beep beep. Yeah, it would make that noise when you come inside. That's the close. Here's the actual flats, and it's got a balcony here, and that's just the outdoor garden bit. Lots of flats, and mostly just groups of houses and apartments in Scotland have big grassy bits in there with trees around them, so that's nice. That's the train station. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, but let's see. Here's the car park for the Morrisons, so yeah. Also, these buildings. Now, I've built a giant main road which goes up here, and here it turns in. Here's well, this city is going to be sort of like a Scottish Edinburgh theme. So in Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland, they've got lots of old-fashioned buildings like this, very Diagon Alley, like Harry Potter themed. This building is actually based off one that I found in Victoria Street in Edinburgh, so yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah, it's got like a wee Scottish souvenir shop down here. You find millions of these in Edinburgh and Glasgow and Stirling, Perth and Aberdeen, Dundee, tons of places. Those are all Scottish cities. Also Inverness. That's all Scottish cities anyway, so yeah, it's just got a couple of shops down there and then cool flats up here. This one I'm really proud of. I already showed you it, but the shop down there, it's got like the magazines in here, and then you go inside. Also where you would get the postcards. Up here you've got like, they always have multicolored buildings. Here in Edinburgh they've got like, they usually have a street on top of a building, or like a street over another street. Like they would have underground streets. So here's like one of them. This one like is on top of a building, and it's got loads of doors here to your flat. So when you come out your flat, get a view of this. Now, lots of Scottish towns and cities like Stirling and Edinburgh and St Andrews, but not necessarily and Inverness, but not necessarily any of the other towns and cities. It's mostly the centre of Scotland, so mostly like Stirling, St Andrews and Edinburgh sort of area, but sort of like the eastern section, the southeastern section. But anyway, here's the so they usually have like cobblestone roads. They're made of like cobblestone, so I've tried to make this. It's gonna be the big fat high street that stands over there. Now, I'm gonna be building a castle. Yep, castle. Big fat castle on top of the hill in the centre of the city. You might think this is a weird thing. By the way, this is the view you're gonna get from the castle, but you might think that's a weird idea. It's not though. In Edinburgh, we've got a big fat castle at the centre of the city, like in the middle of all the busy roads and the cars and the big buildings and skyscrapers and stuff. No, Edinburgh was like, no, they throw a big fat castle in the middle of it, in the middle of the skyscrapers and flats and apartments and stuff. And like when you're just sitting here like in the car park in Morrison's, you'll see like a big fat castle looking down at you. And yeah, and so does Stirling. Stirling has a big fat castle too on a big hill. So yeah, I hope you had a great day. But let's get real here. Ding, 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 ding. Let's get real. I've been building on Minecraft for ages, and I'm always thankful for you guys. Ha! No, I'm actually only thankful to the great city of